Man, this thing is just crazy how fast it is. I was having a good time with those Auroras though yesterday. They're the complete opposite of this, and they worked out pretty well. You know, I could probably use this with a normal mouse mode, and get use the gimbals, right? Okay, I just dropped all of my flares, I think. Yep. Kind of panicked. Well, I guess they don't hold many flares in here. I did not know that. I should shoot more missiles at M50s. It's crazy. Oh, I stole it. You gotta pay a lot of attention to use this thing. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ooh, this is fun. Very reckless, but fun. I was just commenting yesterday on how like the Aurora LN or whatever that has all the weapons on it. I was like, hey, I should get a ship that has a bunch of weapons and low maneuverability. That'd be cool. And now I'm in this, and I'm flying around like a crazy person. It's weird there aren't more, I mean, I guess there are only there's a pretty limited number of ships, but I feel like there would be a good market for a lot of in-between type of ships, like some that are at the extremes and not super expensive, like the Super Hornet. I wanted to slow down and stop there. But it would be cool, I think, if there was just like a big, slow gunboat kind of thing, and like something like this that's maybe not designed to be a racer. You know, maybe not super high top speeds or something, but I don't know, just something I like in between ships, like the Avenger kind of was, as this cargo ship that could also do lots of damage. Whoa. This thing's a little fragile. I can see this as something you'd have to get used to do really well with it. But I do think it's pretty neat. can't imagine flying this in 1.1. You're probably all over the place. I'm gonna make him dizzy. Yeah, well, I guess I can't strafe too much, because I will look at my legs for a while. I guess the good thing about, knocking yourself out in this is that you are still going super fast, and most people aren't going to catch up to you, even if you're going in a straight line. If I could hit him, that'd be effective. I'm so used to just spam weapons, it's very hard to, use more precise things. Oh wow, I think I might have been too close. That guy is definitely in the lead by a good bit.
Scan initiated. Contact.
Yeah, I guess I don't really need to use these countermeasures, so I can just strafe. Well, it's nice being able to always catch up with people. I know it's frustrating in the adventures, and be trying to catch up with people and then not being able to. Ow, he turned right on me. Yeah, kill, finally. I like the sounds this thing makes. Oh, another kill. This is my comeback, apparently. I'm killing, like, exclusively Avengers. Oh, I'm on a roll now. If this was NBA Jam, I'd be on fire. Why are there so many Avengers in this match? That's the real question. I can play any ship I want. I'll play an Avenger. And then run into a tiny little M50. I don't zoom much. I probably should. I don't know the proper situation for it.
Jumpworks at your service.
I think maybe if there was a toggle for zoom, I don't know if there's one by default. I should probably set my middle mouse button, my middle mouse button scroll to, instead of being a, you know, iterative zoom, to be a toggle, and then that might work. Well, this guy ruined all my fun. I still had 11 minutes here that I could have been partying. Get to come in here and get 11 kills somehow. I managed second place though. Yeah, I know. I like the sounds of the M50s flying by. It's very like Star Warsy. There's a lot of aesthetics about this game. I guess every space fighter game has a lot of aesthetics that are borrowed from Star Wars. And of course, Star Wars borrowed some of theirs as well. But it's neat. That was fun though. I like the M50. I don't know if I'd buy one. I don't know how much they are, but they are definitely cool. Very sleek, very effective at maneuvering. I wish that they'd let me use these in 1.1 though, so I'd have a better idea of what they are going to be like going forward. Because I know the Avenger handles just so much differently in 1.1. You know, I've been kind of speculating as to when 1.1 is going to come out officially. And I honestly don't think it's going to be early in the week. It might be. It's possible, especially if they've been working over the weekend. But there's just so many little things in 1.1 on the test server that I don't think I would want it released that. I mean, there's still some issues that didn't get fixed, and some new stuff. Oh, $100 standalone and not available. That's a double whammy of ways I will not get it. There's not even really anything comparable to it. I guess the Gamma is as close as you can get, and it's pretty cool. I haven't tried it yet on here. I've only used it in 1.1, and it was definitely quick. It's a little slower. It's like 10 meters a second slower, but it's pretty neat little thing. And obviously much cheaper. I think it's probably what, like 50 or 55 or something. Alright, on to the 350R. Another racer, so that should be interesting. Probably not quite as nimble, but definitely going to be as fast, or pretty close to as fast. I don't know the speeds. I should set up the second monitor to show me what music is playing. This game doesn't run in windowed mode though, so I can't do a lot while the game is playing. Well, I guess at this point, with 1.1, the rec system's going to be there, so it's going to be pretty much up to me, whatever I want to have. It's just a matter of grinding it out. And if the prices are consistent, then that Gamma was only 5,500. It took me like, what, a couple hours to get enough to get that? $70, that would make sense, I think, because the Delta is... you have to upgrade the Avenger to get to the Delta, I think, or it's one below. It's like $5 difference between the Avenger and the Delta, and the Delta's like $5 more than the... 5 or 10 more than the Gamma.
Origin Jumpworks at your service.
Alright, I got
Scan initiated.
Repeater and
Contact.
Omni 6s. That's pretty solid.
Contact. Scan initiated.
So I am going 300. That is pretty damn fast. Then I get to go up against another racer.
Contact. Scan initiated.
Wow, those shot speeds are quite different.
Scan initiated. Contact. Contact. Scan initiated. Origin 4.
Those Omni guys are definitely quick to run out of energy.
Warning. Origin 4. Flare launched. Check. Initiated. Fourth shield under attack. Check. Launched. Lower countermeasure active.
Oh, this is faster than my reaction time, I think, can handle. I've been playing some first-person shooters, but it's not helping me.
Refreshing shields.
Well, that wasn't nice. Well, there's fire coming out of my ship. That's probably not good. Maybe we can get a different approach.
Origin Jumpworks at your service.
It's a weird setup of weapons, though. I don't know about... I mean, Omni Sky 6s are nice, but having a repeater in the middle there is not very helpful. Uh-oh. I apparently have that bug where my engines don't work. Okay, here we go. I'm just getting some speed now. I got one engine. That's a pretty cool setup for your thrusters there. They're all right there on the tail. I wonder if they fixed that in 1.1. Is there someone closer to me now? I'm not really concerned about staying alive. I can't even turn. Okay, here's hoping for a better third time around. Nope, still broken. Still a broken engine. I thought they actually fixed this before. I thought this was fixed in 1.03. I'm flying with the... look at my hands. I'm not even holding on to the stick. I'm like staring at it like it's really hot. The stick. Okay, I'm gonna continue. Let me just, I don't know what to do here. Eject.
Prepare to eject.
Already. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see if there's anything for me to shoot down with this sweet pistol. There's someone. I wish it wouldn't give me that depth of field. Oh, that's a piece of dust. I was wrong. Cannot shoot down a piece of dust. Fun fact. Alright. What is this? Am I never going to be able to use both of my engines again? One engine for glory. It's like they're bringing back all the bugs. It's like they put a bunch of people in the game from South by Southwest and like PAX, and now they've decided to put all the bugs back in the game too. Okay, I don't know what to do then. I'm apparently just gonna have to fly and succeed with this extremely difficult situation. This one engine fight. If I switch to, at least I have my hands on the damn wheel now.
Contact.
Let's go into decoupled. I still can't turn it.
Contact.
If I do a little spin or something, I will be able to move.
Contact. Scan initiated. Scan.
Well, you know, I don't know what to do here. I guess I can comment on how well equipped this is for a racer. Omni 6s are pretty sweet guns. And repeaters are good. I mean, one repeater is usually not too good, but in general, they're well regarded.
Contact. Contact.
So, I guess there's that. I'm crawling my way toward some enemies. I might be able to shoot at them. Oh, whoop, I am spinning out of control now. Don't shoot me. I'm disabled. Oh, I'm out of control now. I can't even turn a little bit. And he rammed me. He could have just sat there and shot me. Oh, he rammed me too. Everybody's getting a shot in on me. I can't. Look at the wheel moving. This is my maneuvering, and what is happening is not that. Everything is broken. I am just adrift in space. This is my life now. Just spinning to piano. This is very fitting music, I think.
Warning. You are approaching simulation boundary.
Alright, let's give it one more spawn. As I am de-rezzed, as I am in Tron, apparently. That would be a cool effect. I really like that effect in Tron Legacy. when people were de-rezzed. Hey, what? Oh my god, I can move. I can fly.
Initiated. Contact.
I have been rescued.
Contact.
Well, not so much rescued as resolved of my issue.
Contact. Scan initiated.
And we are back in business. The business of not getting any kills. Oh god. What a terrible rendition of the Zelda song. I can't even remember the name of the song now. We have to change the song, first and foremost. It was about to end. Yes, I'm sorry about that song. Blame OC Remix for allowing that song to exist.
Scan initiated. Contact.
I'm gonna have to delete that from my folder of songs. So I'm actually, you know, after spending, well, how many times did I launch with no engine power, and I'm still in 3rd place. It's pretty magical. It's a high-speed chase. Let's get some forward shields.
Scan initiated. Stern shielding depleted.
He wasn't prepared for that situation. What is this? This sounds like the GTA 4 song remix. Kind of.
Contact. Refreshing shields. Initiated. Contact.
Is this another 350? I'm asking you guys, even though you're in 720p, you barely can't see. Oh no, that's a 325. But I've been hit by missiles. And my ship is out of control now. This thing is good at losing all control. That never happens in my adventure. Like, I lose giant chunks of that and it's still fairly well controlled. I don't know, well I can't click that right now, but I will.
Origin Jumpworks.
What is that though?
Core system operational. Scan initiated. Contact. Scan initiated. Contact. Collision 4. Refreshing shields. Contact. Warning, collision starboard. Warning, collision forward. Refreshing shields. Scan initiated. Stern refreshing shields. Refreshing shields. Scan initiated.
Oh, I forced in ejection.
Contact.
You don't see that much. I've seen you see forced error quite a bit, which I don't know how that even works. I don't know what determines a forced error, but forced ejection you rarely see at all.
Refreshing shields. Contact.
I don't know why he would eject at all. He didn't seem like he was that damaged.
Shields at full strength. Warning. Collision 4. Contact. Contact. Contact.
This whole match is like 300s of various types, and then one Hornet. Oh, I've passed out. That's bad. I saw that. I watched it before I started my stream. It's pretty decent. A little reminiscent of all those videos that one guy made. I feel like they may have just hired him. I don't know. I think they probably should have. His videos were getting a lot of views, and they seemed to praise it. But I don't know why they would hire him if they're getting free marketing. Let's see. We got 300 thing, Avenger, 300 thing. I should really actually just fight this guy. This thing's a lot harder to control than the M50. It drifts a lot more. Oh no, not what I wanted to do. I've lost a wing, so that means I lost one of my guns. Apparently my bulldog is broken too. I have one gun. The decision of the forced error. That's Falcon. So this isn't fair. I can barely fight against Falcon and my Avenger, and here we're in foreign ships, and he's in his standard, ass kicking 350 or 325. That wasn't bad when I could actually fly. I don't know. I think if I had to choose between the 350R and the M50, I would definitely choose the M50 though. As far as racing, I don't know. Probably. I think so. I like being able to turn more than I like being able to top out at 300. But I don't know. I don't think I would pick either one right now over. I don't know. Of all the ships I've played outside of the Avenger that I've played a million times, I'd probably put the Aurora LN at the top because it just seems. I love the missiles that it has. I love the fact that it's got 4 weapon mounts and they're pretty hefty. Slow, of course, but it's just great to be able to lay down that much firepower without, having a Super Hornet. But I do like the M50. I think it would be a toss-up between those two. Yesterday I was playing the Aurora CL and ES, which are basically the same thing as far as I can tell. I don't know what they have probably different like purposes. Like one's the exploration variant. Which ships are in Arena Commander so far? Well, I can show you the list here in a second whenever it loads, but there's what, 15, 16, 18, something like that. Some of them are variants on the same ship type, like the Aurora. There's like 5 Auroras that have different, bits and pieces changed, and there's what, 3 or 4 300 variants that are, have different numbers of engines and different weapon loadouts. And then there's, see, there's in total, and the total number of models, like, or frames, I guess is the best way to put it. There's not that many. There's the Aurora, the 300, which is the 315, 325, and 350. The M50 is a different model. They're similar design, but it's definitely much different, and like overall it's smaller and all that. All the Auroras are basically the same. They're just like, different weapons and sets, set up slightly different. Then there's the Cutlass, which is, there's only one in the game right now. There's 3 variants on that, or 2 variants on that. I haven't flown it today. I flew it in 1.1. There's the Avenger. There's only one Avenger right now, so there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different frames, and then however many variants there are on those. I can skip up to a Mustang if you want. I'd like to try one. I'll do a Delta, and then I'll go back down to the 325. I've seen people do really, really well in Mustangs. They're very popular with people who are, skilled enough to use them well. I think as far as the Arena Commander ships go, they're one of the best in the lower price range. The good thing is, you can go, if you haven't bought the game yet, you can buy in with the Mustang Alpha, which is, going to be the same ship in general as the Mustang Beta, Gamma, and Delta. And you'll be able to see how it flies and everything, and if you like it, you can upgrade from that to the Delta, or to the Beta, or to whatever you want. And if you don't, you can upgrade some other direction. There's a pretty open path from the Mustang Alpha. Like, you can basically get to any ship that can be upgraded to. And you can jump in between the different Aurora variants, which some people might not like. I like them. They're slow as hell, but they're hardy little monsters. But basically, if you want something good in the Arena Commander module, then you're probably looking at like a Mustang Delta, or an Avenger, or a 325A. Those are pretty popular in the lower area, and then of course there's the Hornets that everybody loves. There's more Hornets in Arena Commander than any other ship. Those were the stats that they pulled. I guess they're kind of old now, that might have shifted, but a couple months ago, that was the case. It's not the most, they weren't necessarily the most popular ships purchased, but they were the ones that everybody used. Didn't I get in a Delta? I thought this had rockets. Did I pick the wrong ship? I don't know. This is gray. But it's in black and white right now. Oh well. I like, these are pretty solid guns that it's got. These are the size 2 repeaters, right? Waiting for people to join. Shouldn't be too long, I imagine. These Mustangs have the same issue as the Avenger, I think. Actually, right now I can't seem to turn. I don't know what's going on there. But the match hasn't started, so it's not that important. I hope someone joins this match so it starts. I can't imagine everyone's on the test server right now, especially with it being halfway broken. Let's see if I can self-destruct and get a ship that's functioning. I don't know what's going on. Oh, someone joined. Maybe it'll start working now.
Battle Royale initiated.
That doesn't look like a Delta. It doesn't look very green. Is it? I don't know. What am I looking at? Who knows? I have no idea what happened. I'm still having problems controlling this ship. What's happening? Why is this being weird? I didn't know this had a problem. I have broken everything. Every single thing that can be broken in this game, I've broken it. Like every bug that can happen, it's like Occam's razor of bugs for me, all day, every day. Every bug that can happen will happen. Well, I should probably do something. I can't turn, so I'm just gonna... Let's try one more, eject. Can't eject in this ship, apparently. One more time. And then if it doesn't work, we're just gonna go and, you know, spawn another ship, go to another ship. It's weird, it's working fine now, I can turn just fine, and then when I start moving, it's like it sticks. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go back and do a different ship. We'll come back to this, maybe it'll start working. I am a bug magnet. I really wanted to try the 325A anyways. I mean, I've seen Falcon, you know, he's one of the few people that actually runs it a lot, all the time, and he does really well with it, so... I mean, he's also replaced the wing guns, the lasers, with cannons, so he's got a giant 3-cannon setup. Oh, my chat's frozen. No wonder I'm not... I was wondering why no one was saying anything. My chat's completely frozen. It could be the case that no one is saying anything and it's also frozen, which is possible. But my page was frozen. I definitely need to get more RAM. But then the list of things that I have taken my time in doing. It's very impressive how much RAM this game can take. The only game that I think that I've had to come close was Skyrim, when I just completely went crazy with mods. Alright, let's get back in here and see if we can shoot some things with a big old 60mm cannon. Got some Sonic 3 music going. I always like Sonic music. Sonic and Mega Man had the best music for me. Oh,
Scan initiated. Contact.
got my big old cannon and my also fairly large lasers. I was respectable. I played. Well, I used to play Dota. I don't really play Dota anymore. But I
Scan
suck at it, so it's okay.
contact. Scan initiated. Contact.
Wow, that cannon is crazy.
Initiated. Flare launched. Chat launched. Flare calculated. Chat calculated. Launched.
Wow, it's so ridiculous. It's so crazy.
Achieved result log.
I just melted 2 ships with like. How many shots have I fired? 9. I fired 9 cannon shots and I've killed 2 ships. I'm not having a good time because the Hornet is killing me.
Achieved result log.
Oh, my giant gun is broken.
Launched. Stern shield depleted. Chat countermeasure active. Scan initiated. Chat launched. Force shield depleted.
I only ever got good at a couple of heroes in Dota, and they were not very popular heroes. I had a pretty good Omni Knight setup going. I play a lot of support characters. I was a support like pretty much through and through. I didn't like being a carry at all. I felt like I sucked at it. I did make it to what was it, about 2,800 ranking. Well, hey, I mean, you play Warlock well. You're pretty solid. I mean, everybody wants a Warlock. It's like a super high win rate because you make everybody respawn 7 hours after they want to.
Contact. Scan initiated. Contact.
What else did I play? Earthshaker a bit.
Contact.
I don't know. I can't even remember now.
Refreshing shields. Contact.
This cannon is just unbelievable. Why isn't the Tiger Strike this good?
Depleted. Scan initiated.
I guess this only has 60 ammo, so.
Active. Scan initiated. Contact.
Look at that. That was literally one shot. I one-shotted him. It's crazy. Why do people keep running into me? Well, he killed me by running into me. It's a very effective weapons platform, I'd have to say. And this is only a $5 upgrade from the Avengers, so I might look into this one day. Maybe. I like the Avenger a lot, though. It just sucks flying it right now on 1.1. Those things are so slow, but they're so deadly. This is crazy. I'm like, I don't know how I broke my gun, but this is just crazy.
Stern shielding depleted. Warning. Collision stern. Scan initiated.
Who's near me? Someone's near me.
Contact. Scan initiated. Contact.
Oh.
Refreshing shields.
What is this? This is serious business. This has to be probably one of the most effective ships I've ever played. Like, it's just... That's such a powerful cannon. I really think the cannons are... I think ballistic in general is going to be something they're going to scale back in the future. I lost control of the ship. Well, now everybody's gunning for me. It's not as easy. And this Eric guy is catching up to me.
Contact.
Another great thing about 1.1 is this damn sound that I hate so much is finally fixed. It's honestly the worst thing about Arena Commander in all respects is this sound. Playing is bugged out all the damn time when someone is close to winning.
Achieved missile lock. Contact.
I won anyways. Look at that. Victory. And a ridiculous cannon shooting 325A.
Refreshing shields. Shields. Contact.
That's good autopilot right there. No, but I now totally understand how Falcon does what he does. I mean, that is just crazy amounts of like instantaneous damage. You hit with those things, it is like ripping a giant hole in the ship, I guess. Especially Delta. Like Mustangs, as nimble as they are and as cool as they are to dive around in, they're very fragile. Are you feeding? That happens. It happens to everybody. You gotta work on tactical feeding. That's what they call it in the pros. I don't know how it works. I don't even know what it is, but I like to imagine it's something that I can do. I thought about streaming Dota back in the day, but there's just so many people doing it. I would just be a drop in the bucket. Be a million, like, oh look, another Dota streamer who sucks and is never going to get much better than like 2800 in ranked. So I would not be popular. I don't think I'm entertaining enough to to draw a crowd on my own merits. But see, Star Citizen helps me in that regard because, you know, at least it's an interesting subject on its own. and there's like at most 8 people streaming it at any given time. Like maybe during prime time, daytime kind of stuff, there's 15 at the most. So people are like, hey, what is this? A person streaming, maybe I'll look at it, and then they get to laugh at me doing terrible things. And speculating on like every conceivable subject, like when is the patch going to come out? Oh, I don't know, probably sometime soon. I like to also play this wonderful music that is sometimes terrible. Alright, let's do one more here. I will do, first I'll freeze up, and then I will scroll. 315p. I can't remember what's on 315p. But I think it's only got 2 guns on it. I think the front is supposed to be a tractor beam, if I remember right, for exploration. An exploration tractor beam. The 300i doesn't have anything on the front as well. I mean, all of these, the 300, all of these are virtually the same except the 350R. It has 2 engines instead of 1. But they all have the same hard points, I think. So you can pretty much turn a 300i into a 325 if you have the means. Actually, I don't know if you can buy, like, if you could buy missile racks, I guess you could. You have to put those on. But yeah, let's do the 315p. My number of channel views is slowly climbing from what most people get in a single session to what, you know, it's climbing to the point where it would be comparable to what people get in a single session. Granted, a lot of these were from before when I streamed Super Monday Night Combat, which was a super fun game, but not popular. I was a Kickstarter backer for Star Citizen. I believed in it because I played old Chris Roberts games back in the day. I knew how much fun they were and how unique they were, and I was fairly sure he could do it. I didn't know if the $2 million that he said he needed would do it, but I thought at the very least, he'll make something out of that. Now that he has 75 million, I'm pretty damn sure we're gonna get a pretty complete experience. Well, it actually has the tractor beam on here. I did not know that they put that on here. It certainly doesn't do anything. But I'm still like one of those people who gets frustrated with the fact that it's not complete. I'm probably a minority in that respect, but I'm always like, man, I would really like this game to be functional to the point that I would like it, rather than where it is, which is lame to expect it. Well, I don't exactly expect it. I just wish it all the time. So that's different, right? I'm always fighting Super Hornets. I wanted to strafe and I didn't really do it. I'm excited for the persistent universe and everything, but I think I'm really going to be interested in what they create out of Squadron 42. Because I like a good little single player experience. I mean, I like Vandal Swarm to a point. I liked playing it back when it first came out, but these days it's not very challenging. I mean, it's challenging in that it's difficult, but it's not challenging as in like in a fun way, I guess. Like the biggest challenge is just like maintaining your resources until the end of the match, like your lives and your ammo and all that stuff. And doing it right. I wish I could get a nice, group of 4 people together to do it, but every time I join into a multiplayer game, someone always leaves or like doesn't load the right thing and is like, I'm done. I don't have enough energy. Star Citizen, I think, was one of the last games that I actually kickstarted, though. Because, this is all messed up. Because I liked it, but it started getting... Kickstarter started getting, this is bad. Kickstarter started getting just not good. They started not delivering, or delivering half-hearted products, and I was not enjoying that aspect. Like, I kickstarted, I guess not a lot of what I kickstarted failed or anything, but it was all, a lot of it was dodgy. I don't know why everyone was gunning for me. My weakness was apparently their strength. I used to think Kickstarter was really great. I still think it's great in concept. I just think that there's too many people who don't know what they're doing on it. And, there are too many people that are better at marketing than they are at delivering on Kickstarter. And I think that's what's gonna bring it down. What's brought it down so far. There's a lot less people kickstarting and backing these days than before. I mean, it's cool to make a nice video and, get people to donate $1 million or whatever. But if you don't, show something that you tried to, get people to be a part of, it's not really going to do much. Like, I backed, what was probably the worst thing that I backed, and not necessarily the worst thing, but the most disappointing thing was the Ouya. I have an Ouya right now. It took a very long time to get here. There was a lot of shipping problems and delivery problems, and people around the world were all unhappy. But I finally got it, and it was fun for a little while. But the problem was there wasn't a crowd for it. There weren't enough people to justify, good developers spending their time and effort making a Ouya game. So I ended up with a box that got less and less useful as time went on. And I still haven't, and once in a while I turn it on and play some of the classic little games that I enjoyed when I got it. But it's still, it's hard to justify buying a game on it. And it was pretty weak, I think, for what it costs. Like, you were basically, in general, buying a tablet without a screen and a controller that wasn't all that great. It wasn't as bad as people like to make it out to be, but it wasn't anything like a controller that you would get for any other system. I mean, it was like it, but it wasn't as high of a quality piece of equipment. Yeah, there's definitely some good things that come from Kickstarter. That I mean, things that wouldn't have existed otherwise, or may have. You can't really speculate. You know, I mean, you can speculate, but you can't really tell, like, what never would have gotten off the ground. Wow, my wrists are all screwed up in this situation. Look at that. I think my hands are inside out or something. Okay, this is a mess. There's too many Super Hornets. Can't wait till I get to a Super Hornet so I can fly around blasting all day long. What else did I back? Planetary Annihilation. That was, yeah, I don't know. I backed it because I was a big Super Monday Night Combat fan, and they were the developers of Planetary Annihilation, but I wasn't really into Planetary Annihilation, or Total Annihilation for that matter. I kind of suck at real-time strategies. Not a lot, but not, I mean, just enough to make me frustrated when playing them. I much prefer shooters and, you know, flying games and stuff like this that I can, where I don't have to spend as much time, like, micromanaging. It's all about what I'm doing and less about what individual little dots are doing. Oh, and RPGs. I'm pretty solid with those, but I guess you can't be bad at RPGs. Hey, I got a kill. One kill. That's all I got. Well, since that was pretty short, I might as well do 300 and finish out the origin grouping. I'm trying to think of what else I kickstarted. I have probably, I don't know, a dozen things. So some of them are really good. I got a Pressy, which is this little button that you like put on your audio jack for your phone, and it basically gives, like, the number of times and how long you press it can launch different things on your phone. So that was a pretty cool little gadget that I got, and it was like $20 to kickstart it. So I can, like, secretly in my pocket, like, press buttons and send a text or something. Just, like, press the button twice and it sends a text. Or, like, turn on my flashlight with a press, or, you know, turn on an app that I don't have on my, you know, main screen with a couple button presses. Oh, okay, here's one I backed a long time ago, Castle Story. It looked really neat. It looked like this cool little, like, you know, voxel world-building, castle-building strategy thing. I thought it was innovative, and it was really early on in the Kickstarter run, when it really was, you know, starting to take off, and everyone was like, oh, I'm going to kickstart everything. And it has been, what, 3 years? More than 2 years, going on 3 years. And it said it was supposed to deliver after a year, and it is not. It's a team of 3 people. They beat their goal by, like, I think they wanted like a $70 or $100 some thousand, and they got like almost $1 million, and it was just like, just ridiculous. Like, but 3 dudes, you get $1 million. Like, what are they gonna do? You think they would deliver their product, but they have yet to do that. Haven't heard much from them, but they are just not doing it. There's some other ones too that I can't quite remember. They'll probably come to me and I'll shout them out like a crazy person. Alright, 300 die. Which will be just like the 315, except it won't have a useless tractor beam in the front. I think they need to do something with the 315 other than, I mean, they need to redo all of that. The 315 doesn't do anything. It has a tractor beam. That's not even an attempt at a variant. They need to put like some cool, I don't know, like exploration stuff in it, maybe make it more like the Mustang Beta, which is awesome. It's the most awesome like variant on any ship. Like the Mustangs are all pretty similar, except for the Beta, which is completely like a Winnebago. They should do that with the 315, I think. Because I don't know, there's nothing else. I mean, you don't want cargo space. You want cool stuff you can mess around with. And there's plenty of room for it in there. Oh yeah, I backed what was that? Project Eternity. That's now Pillars of Eternity, and that's supposed to actually come out in the next, I think it's this month. I think it might be in the next couple of weeks.
Origin Jumpworks at your service. Core system operational.
So that'll be cool. I haven't heard much about it, but it's the little bit that I have heard is fairly positive.
Origin Jumpworks at your service. Core system operational.
Battleground initiated.
Oh, I wasn't moving. I thought I was moving. I hit W and I just stood still. I kickstarted
Scan initiated.
that Road Redemption, I think is what it was called, remake or whatever. It's pretty cool. That actually came out in a kind of a rough form, but they made it pretty good. I would definitely recommend it if you just want a little kind of arcadey experience that is very similar to Road Rash. Look at that! I can't see that at all with that planet background. The stupid blue HUD, or white HUD, whatever color it is. Not Avenger colored HUD. What's this guy doing? Just driving around, letting me shoot him? What is this song? I've heard this song a bunch. I can't remember what it is though.
Alert. Systems overheating. Contact. Warning. 4.
This is kind of boring. I don't know why this guy is doing what he's doing.
Alert. Systems overheating.
Oh well, I gotta kill him over it.
initiated. Contact.
Hey, someone else joined. Man, I know what that game is. The song was just playing, and it's gonna bother me until I figure it out now.
Contact.
Ooh, that's a lot of missiles.
Check. Countermeasure active. Scan initiated.
They're still chasing me.
Shield under attack. Check. Launch.
Oh, it was Sonic 2. That's what it was. My brain just picked it back up. It was a Sonic 2 final boss battle. As a kid, that was a very challenging battle for me. It took me a long time to beat it. But beating Sonic 2 was awesome, and I would recommend it for any child. If you have a child, make them play Sonic 2 and beat it. They'll remember it for the rest of their lives.
Refreshing shields.
These Omni Skies are... Well, Omni Sky 6 is kind of crazy for its per hit damage. It's very effective. It just takes all your energy to shoot the damn thing. If you had a really big power plant, though, you could shoot this all day long. Ah, what a jerk.
Starboard.
Even though that was mostly my fault. I'm gonna call him a jerk for doing it.
Traffic damage.
This is bad. Let's just fly into this beam.
Jumpworks at your service. Core system operational.
There's actually been a fair number of things I wanted to kickstart since I gave up on it, but I just haven't been motivated to deal with it. It's so frustrating. Like when you have all these games in limbo that you're waiting to, you're like, oh, that seems like a fantastic idea. I can't wait to play that. And then you're like constantly sitting there looking at all the updates and like, oh, look, it's a wireframe of that thing that you thought looked cool. And it's like, it doesn't. It's just frustrating for me, like, to deal with that. That's why I didn't play. When Star Citizen first got, started putting out content, I didn't play any of it. I came in every once in a while, and I would check out like the hangar if there was something new out that caught my eye. But most of the time, I would just ignore it and not even try. And then I just stayed out of it until Arena Commander 1.0 came out. And then I was like, okay, it says 1.0, I'm going to get into it and actually play around. And I've been doing that for a while. It's not, it doesn't feel like a 1.0 even a little, but it does, it is fun.
Scan initiated. Under attack.
It's freaking mono boating Super Hornet. It's not that exciting to do. I mean, he's got 4 more of what I have, and he's just like missing with every other shot, with most of his shots. I can't remember what they're doing on 1.1 to make mono building less effective,
Player countermeasure active.
but I hope they do something. At least make it,
Core system operational. Initiated.
not so incredibly easy.
Contact.
I guess it's everybody's right to equip whatever they want to equip if they want to equip it. But it is,
Scan initiated.
it's frustrating to have someone with
Collision 4.
you know, who just plop down a bunch of money be that effective.
Scanning
Like,
initiated.
I bought a $180 ship, and then I threw another, you know, 100. Well, not. Bro, I don't know how much Omni Skies are. What, like $10, $8?
Contact.
And you gotta buy four, so there's another $40 at least.